Yeah, but I just want to see the far side.
All right, Shane, well, welcome back to the broadcast. We're here live in Alexandria on the West Rank. Difficult conditions for filming, but we're going to do our best to describe the whole operation to you.
Yeah, there's an important squirt practice over on the big rink. So they put the home team on the box over here, which we have some memories of from a few years back.
Yeah, home team tilt here early against the Cardinals. Wayzata going to be tested here in Game 2 of pool play. These two teams came together in just before Christmas or just after Christmas.
Yep.
Alexandria kind of dominated play in that game, and came out with a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, no, it's a good hockey game. They play a good, tough style of hockey, and we'll see if the girls can match it today.
So come in early, deep to the Wayzata zone. It's Buboltz with Wilson and Mead. Mead's going to empty the puck that comes out front to Buboltz, squirts out to the point, and shot on net. So heavy action early here in the first 20 seconds of this hockey game.
Yeah, are we going to come off to a hot start?
I don't know, Shane. Let's not count our chickens
just
before they're hatched. That's a tip at mid-ice. It'll go into the offensive zone for Alexandria as they chase to the corner. Looks like Bubolts will give way to Mead. Mead's looks cross ice to Wilson, just out of reach. It'll come through the circle and into the corner right in front of us. Pop to the half wall, out through center ice. It'll be a race to the wall. Russo now on. She doesn't have her regular line mates on just yet. That one comes out to the slot, supported behind the net. Alexandria will look to go to work. That one comes out to the point, broken up by Wilson. She'll clear the zone. Mead will just get a tip of her stick on it, but turn over. Now Wayzata's going to get the rest of their change. Morris on late. She'll apply pressure. That comes cross ice. Still in the Wayzata offensive zone. Alexandria looking for a seam to break through. Morris dumped in the neutral zone. A little bit of battle here at center ice. Puck comes to the middle, back to the wall. In deep now for Alexandria. Like the pace of play so far, Shane?
Yeah, no, both teams are fast to the pucks. I'm seeing Wayzata control it here and make plays. They're not just slapping it around, which I like.
So Suraju now coming through. She puts one through the high slot, but nobody home. Morris will play into the corner. Awkward Karam off the dasher. Kurtz keeps the puck in, finds Morris, but then back out. Kurtz is going to swat at that one at mid-ice, broken up in the middle. Russo's going to dance through a little bit of traffic. Now she's going to get a lane. She puts one high and into the glove of the goaltender.
If I remember right, this goalie's glove is very, very good.
Yeah, I think the word on the street, Shane, is that this goaltender is a softball player as well. So I'd expect Love to be one of her strong suits.
I sort of have a rule: if you're outside the hash marks, at this level, you can't shoot it high.
There's also a good chance at this level, and we've seen it over the course of the year, that that puck could come squirt over the top of the net, just like that shot there.
Yeah.
So trying to get a little too precise with the shot, maybe Alexandria, and they pop it over the top of the bar, but nonetheless had a good look at one there. Well, maybe an ill-advised pinch from the defenseman, a little higher in the zone than would normally want.
Which isn't uncommon.
It's a good aggressive play. So this plays into the Wayzata offensive zone, but we'll get icing and we'll come all the way back down. So all three lines now, forward lines have been on the ice for Wayzata. We're back at the first rotation, Bubolts, Mead, and Wilson. So it's a pretty tight bench for Wayzata. We got the full squad. You look across over to Alexandria, and it's a pretty short bench.
Yeah.
Callanan kicks that one out to the side. Bubolts will pick it up mid-ice. She looks to Mead just behind her. Like to see that one on tape to break Mead out. That one pops over the stick of Wilson. Bubolts apply pressure on the backside. A little bit of officiating action right in front of us. One man down and a player stays standing. It's a hard play in the corner. I think that's Jenks. She'll play over to Harn. Harn will walk through, find Wilson. Wilson, cross ice. Bubolts couldn't get the handle. Mead goes back to Jenks. Then she finds Harn. Harn will drag, put one into the shin of the defenseman for the Cardinals. That one pops out. Suraju caught in deep, and Harn was in on the forecheck there. Good play by the two alleys there. Swiped by Noble and then shot to the side by goaltender Callanan. So if it hasn't been made clear yet, Callanan in net for this early morning tilt. Puck plays to the corner for Alexandria. Suraju will pressure on the corner. Russo allows that one to fly through, up the wall, now to the point. It's going to be Morris coming through. She's got a head of steam. She gets one across the hands, but not enough to draw a penalty. Now it's up, and Alexandria heading the other direction. They mishandle, and Freed will grab that one, gently mark it past the blue line. Morris into support now. Suraju is going to be on the back check. That's played up the wall. Noble's going to scoot over, drug through behind the goaltender Callanan. Now it's played behind. Freed Backhand pass to Suraju. Suraju finds Russo at the blue line. Russo's going to go wide, try to drag through a little bit of traffic, and put a backhand. She's got to head to the bench. Fries on with fresh legs, breaks up that breakout attempt. Hillman stood up at the blue line. Alexandria mishandled D to D. Now they find their winger at the blue line. They're able to clear cross ice, enter the zone cleanly. That one got the knob of the Callahan goaltender's stick.
I really like Wayzata's passing. Getting out of the zone has been almost at ease, which is maybe we're a morning team. They haven't had a chance to look at Snapchat yet and, clog up their brains. They're sharp today.
Shane, don't know if you saw yesterday's game. I know you had a game of your own rolling. Really saw a lot of good passing and a lot of good habits being formed in yesterday's afternoon game. So looks like that's carrying over here. So Mead's going to carry here. Bubolt's got to get back online. Mead pauses for the moment. She's able to enter, but she's got 3 Cardinals on her. That one's held out of the zone. Joseph will pick it up to Bubolt's at center ice. She's going to be pressured right away. Gives way to, that looks like, who is that, Kurtz? Kurtz on the wall. She'll look for Joseph. Nope, she's going to find Wilson. Wilson just took her eye off the ball for a second, and it pops out. Now Joseph will gain control. She'll look behind the net for Kurtz. Kurtz will let it go to the corner, though. Back in deep. Got to be careful for the high slot. It'll be popped out of the zone. We're not going to get icing. Mead's going to apply pressure. Backhand pass. Mead still applying pressure in her zone. This one comes off the wall. Joseph backs out of it. Played in and now deep for the Cardinals. Comes up the wall. Joseph's going to take a peek and find Russo coming through center ice. She's just mishandles, but finds it back to her, back over to Suraju. Surju's got a step. Ooh, she puts a hard shot. I thought that was on net.
Yeah, I like that shot.
That one's fumbled at the blue line, but not out. Looks to the slot. Now it's out front. Held again by Abood. Abood with her head up. She's got to get on her horse. Gets a good angle to steer the girl to the corner. Comes cross face and finds the puck. 9 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the first period. Shots are minimal for both teams. 2 for the guest Wayzata Trojans and 1 on the board. 2-2 according to our official statistician, Jeff Fried.
That's a very puck possession game. There's not a lot of turnovers. There's some very smart hockey being played right now by both teams.
So Fried now playing defense. This is looking for a seam. Alexandria comes out to the point. Little tip attempt out front. Cleared for the moment by Wayzata. Suraju finds Morris at center ice. Morris will put one on net, gloved and held by the goaltender for Alexandria.
So the girls didn't go water sliding last night. Maybe they got some energy, a little bit of energy too, or maybe they win both today. I heard maybe some swim time is guaranteed.
Maybe some swim. Well, I think it's pay to play, right? You win this morning, maybe they get some pool time this afternoon.
Right.
So this one comes in offsides. We're going to face off outside of the blue line for Wayzata. It's going to be Hendricks with Fries and Hillman. Fried with Harn. Harn will scoop this one up at the blue line. Finds Hendricks right at center ice. Rolling puck in the neutral zone. Hendricks got to pick herself off the ice to get onside. Hard play into the corner. Sticks up in the air. A lot of bodies in there. Hillman gets rolled over. She's going to get up and push. Now the defenseman's in there. There's a lot of too many people in there. Now Harn decides to get out of there. Now it's in deep, breaks loose, defenseman. Fries tries to read that one for a steal. Now Hillman. Hillman pops one up against the board. She's not afraid to do the board work there. Fries will come in to support. Bubolt's on now for Hendricks. Back out of there. Everybody just stay calm. And that one comes to Alexandria. Wilson maybe overskates for the moment, but we're positioned well on the back end. That's played in deep to the corner. Awkward bounce. Buboltz gets steered off the puck behind the net. She'll battle continue, and up the wall finds Mead, who gets stood up at the center line. It'll be a race to the corner. Evie wins the race, and now she's in a battle of her own. Wilson tries to put one back to Mead. This one comes up the wall, hits an awkward spot in the ice, and just bumps out of the zone. Noble picks it up at her own blue line, gets it to Buboltz. Buboltz plays in deep. She's going to head to the bench, as will Mead and Wilson. Sergiu on, Joseph on, Noble on, and here comes Russo.
A lot of board battles right now, and I like seeing our girls. They're in it. They're in it.
So girls got a little bit of time together last night with the coaches. I think a little reflection time. New PJs for everybody. Thanks for everybody who contributed to that effort. I know the girls loved it and appreciate it. So now we're getting a little bit of zone time for Alexandria, and Callanan is forced to freeze that one, glove it, and she'll get a face-off to her left, glove hand left, deep in the Alexandria zone. Face-off Russo, tied up and won by Wayzata. Again, there's a lot of battles happening in this game, Shane. It's gonna be some worn down at the end of three 17-minute periods up here at the big old tournament.
This game's gonna be one on the wall. You can already tell it's whoever can win more possession battles on the wall. It creates some opportunities.
Puck played by Callanan behind her own net. Squirts out to the top of the zone, screened for the moment. Callie read it just fine, and now, quick whistle.
Net's off.
Oh, net is off, okay. So that took it a bounce off the back wall, kind of popped out to a dangerous spot right on the corner of the post. Face-off coming to Callanan's right, blocker right. That's Hendricks. Puck comes out to the point. Nice one off the shins, and Lulu fries off to the races. She finds the boot and then dumps one into the zone deep for Hillman to come in on. Gets the stick of Hillman. Now it's out to the point. Put back in. That one comes into the slot, and scored for Fries. Camera lady Addie Joseph likes the look of that one.
That was
so
a good goal.
That'll be Fries just popping in a rolling puck that was screened, goalie down, couldn't react, and Fries was lucky enough to just boop that one right over.
Yeah, good forecheck, created a turnover. Then we create possession, get it to the mixer, and nice little, kind of almost a little rainbow, little tap, little flick.
I think she had a little taparoo the other night when awkward carom. That almost caught Callanan trying to play the puck beyond her own net. Hendricks flies that one over the top of the bar. She's looking to exit. So Buboltz and Wilson will come on. Now Hillman off and Mead back on. Mead's on a heater in 2 games here. She's possessed here. Puck on the wall. Another wall battle, this time to our left. Picked up by Buboltz and behind the net of Callanan. That hits a stick on its way out of the zone. Bouncing puck possessed by the defenseman. Finds the stick of Buboltz. She's going to have a lane. She'll go to the corner, drop to Wilson. Wilson tries to drag through. You would like to see that pop right back into the corner, or at least on the net. That's a Shard shot. Who was that?
Heron
from the point. That one pops into a dangerous spot high in the zone. Heron gets this on her forehand, but can't quite possess it. This comes cross ice. Jenks will pick it up, lose it in the snow, and now it's deep in the corner. Mead settles the rolling puck up the wall to Wilson, who will let it go out, and will be on another wall battle. Picked up again by Buboltz, who looks cross ice to Mead. Meads maybe at the end of her shift, getting a little gas, didn't have quite the acceleration to get through. Haran overplays, it's going to be a breakaway for Alexandria. Nice save by goaltender Callahan. Got a little deep in the defensive positioning there, Shane. And
yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. They literally had a girl on a complete breakaway from the blue line in when the puck was in the neutral zone. So missed assignment.
So Shane, I think of it this way, right? Like I've learned this over the years. Defensemen, you take your eye off of positioning and where things are, and you can get exposed really quick in this game.
Yeah, your brain always has to stay on. You always got to be aware of where everybody is around you.
So Jinx will chase this one to the corner. Played out and around. Keep your eyes, girls, up into that slot, as I know the Cardinals like to swarm that high slot area. Again, just looking for seams here. There's a seam, comes out front, but pinched off by, I believe that was Morris. Played up the wall and off the glass behind the net for Wayzata. A little zone time now for the Cardinals. Wayzata's got to get back to their basics for the breakout to clear this threat, as we've got 2.5 minutes left in the first period. Played out front and cleared through neutral ice. Morris will casually apply pressure. Flip pass to center ice. We'll put the Cardinals on the attack. That one's steered into the corner, back out front. I believe that's Sergio with Russo and Morris. Noble's going to try to step into this one. Backhand attempt, hits the side of the net. A little bit of traffic out front. Now the puck's loose. Morris is going to get it out of the zone into the snow. Picked up, though, at center ice by the Cardinals. Played through, cross, and centered by the Cardinals, but steered off the puck.
Could have been a couple hooking calls there, but the refs are letting them play, which is fine.
I like it, Shane.
Yeah.
You know, this is the way that we've been seeing it and playing it all year.
Yeah.
Don't mind it. It's got to be pretty egregious for something to get called.
As long as they call it even.
This face-off is won back to the Cardinals. Played in and up the board, but playing stopper is Hillman. Hendricks will body that one off. And again, another wall battle. Played up the wall and possessed by the defenseman. Now Fry's in to support. Little bit of annoying play by Fries. Hendricks now will play on the wall. She gets possession, gives back to Fries. Fries looking to the slot. She gets tied up. That's a hard check through the hands by the Cardinals.
Got all three forwards below the goal line here. Yep, that's going to happen.
Now, Alexandria heading the other direction. Played into the shins of Joseph and out. Hendricks is going to dump to the corner and head to the bench. She knew better than getting in too deep on that play. Now it's going to fly. Defense needs to get back. Kurtz, puck up high, waving a flag. Could have held any longer, Shane. That'd have been a hold.
Yep.
30 seconds ticking away here in the first. Wayzata up 1-0. Needs to fight off this attempt. Clear the puck out of the dangerous spot. Mead's going to have it on her backhand. Now she's got a little room to go. She's in 1-on-3.
Oh, puck hopped on her.
Puck hopped across this curling rink. 13 seconds. Alexandria turns over and deep in their zone. Now Jenks turns it over right in the high slot. Abood is going to eat it, get direction to eat it in the corner, and that'll bring us to the end of one. Wayzata up 1-0. Shots, according to the official statistician, 4-4 in favor of nobody.
That's a great period of hockey. I mean, just from a hockey fan standpoint, there's just some really good puck movement, good battles, clean hockey, nothing dirty, nothing chippy. Wayzata getting the one goal, but very even game.
Yeah, these are two pretty evenly matched teams, and again, I don't remember the play-by-play from the first match that these two teams had, but it's clear that they're comfortable. They're comfortable with the style of play for both teams. Again, Wayzata looking like the team from earlier in the season, moving the puck around really nice and actually shifting quite nice in this game.
Right, they're playing fast, which is usually not the MO when you play a slower game like they played yesterday. Credit to the girls for getting themselves ready for this morning's game. They knew this one's been circled on the calendar for a while, though. I think after they took us down in our home barn, it's one you kind of look at and you say, oh, there's no problem getting up for this one.
Yep, no question about that. So it was Buboltz's line that started the game. Buboltz's line, as is kind of the MO of this coaching staff, will start the next period here. So it'll be Buboltz with Mead and Wilson. Jenks and Abood will patrol the defensive spots. Face-off won by Alexandria and possessed. Quick one tap to get out, catches Jenks a little bit by surprise, but she's going to possess. Played backhand behind the net to Abood. Abood looks to Wilson, pops out to the point, steered away to the corner by Callanan. Buboltz trips over the defenseman. Now it'll play the corner right in front of us. Comes into a dangerous slot spot. Buboltz picks it up at the circle, and she'll be off to the races. She's going to look cross ice to Wilson. She'll play into the corner, steer around traffic, look to center, pops out front, glove down by a Cardinal. Harn's going to be in on the pinch. Buboltz supporting, can put it back in the corner. She's heading to the bench now. Puck played in deep, picked up by the Cardinals defenseman. Around, looking to break out back behind the net of the Cardinal goaltender. Sergio in on the forecheck, played hard up into the breezers of the half-wall winger. Harn caught a little bit flat-footed at the red line, but can hold the puck. Puck bounces over the freed stick. She's got room to go. Plays up the wall now, though, to Mead. Mead's going to head to the bench. Russo on. Puts one on net. I'm going to count that one as a shot. Official statistician, I'll look to you. He counts it. Now Morris just missed the top corner of that shot as she found one right in the high slot. It'll be a race 1-on-2 with Freed chasing. Comes out front. Callanan steps on that one, playing high in the blue paint. You ought to read that one perfectly.
She did read that really well. I could see she was thinking about sliding over because she thought that shot was coming right away, but she put the brakes on, stayed square.
I think Dad Jeff Callanan would agree. It's a good thing that happened in the second period, not the first, because Callie likes to get herself, she gets pretty pumped up in the first period and will often overskate and maybe put herself out of position. That's a tip puck out front. Callanan will scoop it and freeze it.
We gotta get in the shooting lanes. We can't let those shots come through clean like that.
I think that's the orders that we're getting from the bench at the same time. So Russo in on the face-off to the Callanan right. Face-off one back by Russo, picked up by Harn. She backhands up the wall to Sergio. Sergio gets tied up quick, can't clear the zone. Alexandria again back on the attack. That's a tip out front. Got a body on that one-time attempt. Oh, bodies everywhere. Now we're going to get a penalty. I think on Wayzata. It looks like Freed's heading to the box.
Yeah, she played it was a hockey play. Yes, probably a penalty. Maybe a little harder shove than. I think the girl kind of blew a wheel though too, and it looked maybe worse than it was.
I didn't see it. I had my head turned back to the high slot, dangerous stuff. I caught two boots in the air. So Buboltz and Fry's on to try to kill this one off at the forwards, and we've got Joseph. Joseph takes one up high, but trips her girl in front to say, I'm not going to stand for that. Noble with Joseph, played out front, steered away. It'll be Buboltz on a race. Didn't quite have a full head of steam, but she's going to apply traffic. Joseph will gather that one at the red line, back out of it. She can evade for the moment, kills a little bit of time, finds Buboltz's backhand, who couldn't get it. Noble now is going to steer to the wall and out of the zone. Rolling puck now through neutral ice. Buboltz will be the benefactor, backhand in deep and head to the bench, as will Fries. Looks like Russo on now with Sergiu. That one falls through the circle as most of the Alexandria team will head to the bench. A little choppy ice here in the zone right in front of us.
She's got it.
Sergiu's got a step.
Oh.
Puts one on net for almost a quality shorthand attempt. Noble was pinching. That's offsides. Noble caught pinching, maybe forgot she's on the PK for the second, but able to recover and get the whistle here. So now it'll be Kurtz and Abood on for Noble and Joseph with 49 seconds left to kill. Cross ice, Abood tries to one-time out of the zone, and it does find Sergiu. Sergiu will play up the wall and deep. She'll win the race to the corner, and now Wayzata's going to look to maybe play a little offense.
I like this.
Short-handed.
It's a classic way. I'm on the PP. I maybe don't have to work as hard, and we're out working him right now.
Plays out front. Abood's going to put one on net. Almost squirts under the armpit of the goaltender for the Cardinals. Puck plays out high, and Alexandria is going to have 16 seconds, but they turn over in the neutral zone. Abood plays off the boot, off a skate, and up to Russo. Russo's going to go in deep, 8 seconds and ticking. Forwards will head to the bench. Harin on. Fry's on. Freed's going to come out of the box.
Oh, she's been on a breakaway. She was going to the bench.
She was laser focused. Laser focused for the bench, but almost had one. Pile up on the wall. Harin will gather this one. Trip on the pass. She needs to get up quick. Thankfully, there's a snowbank in front of the Alexandria bench that slows down the play. Played around the corner. Back into the corner by 21 for the Cardinals. Now into the slot. Hendricks there to pick it up, though. Plays out front to Hillman. Hillman's going to play through center ice, picked up by the defenseman that's the forward center for Alexandria. Hendricks takes that one off of soft spot in the thigh, played high and into the corner. Awkward carrying, kind of comes around, picked up by Jenks. Jenks will look up into the skate of Hillman, comes out of the zone and back in. We're going to face off just outside of the Alexandria offensive zone.
Our our centermen are doing an awesome job today at our own end, just supporting the puck, always being in lanes. Notice that every time Alexandria tries to make a play, our centers are there to kind of disrupt and pick up loose pucks.
It's a face-off win for the moment for Wayzata, but not possessed. Things are looking a little choppy here about midway through the second period. That one comes out of the zone and back in. We'll get another face-off just outside of the offensive zone for the Cardinals. So Jinx with Harin, Buboltz, Mead, and Wilson. Won by the Cardinals, played in deep, flipped in deep. Harin will gather the rolling puck, kind of flips it out front. Defenseman will trade positions. That one comes out front dangerously. Tipped, high stick. Played by a high stick, but not called down. So that'll tie this ball game up at 11:26 in the second period.
Oh, that's too bad. It was just a loose puck in front. Couldn't tie up sticks, and somehow that puck slid underneath Allie.
You know, it was very reminiscent to the first goal that we saw. Almost the same kind of position. Right. You know, just bodies, put it in the mixer, and then you got to get sticks on. Like Coach Callahan says, you got to be heavy on your stick in that zone.
Yeah.
Played up hard by Noble. Buboltz diving for a check, probably looking to put herself in the penalty box. She'd have connected. Allie will win that one on the wall. Mead plays up. Popped up into the zone. That's a lost battle by Wayzata. They can't have a lot of those. Noble will take a look over her shoulder. Buboltz will give way to Freed. Trips on her way through. Mead clears the zone. Now she's going to be on a breakaway if she's got anything left in the tank. Sticked off though. Plays out to Noble. Noble, yeah, there's a bouncy puck. Plays deep into the corner. Sergiu on now. Russo on. Mead comes off and Morris is late in to pick it up. Plays out to the point. One shot through traffic. I think that got a post. Played in through the blue paint and to the opposite corner. Morris battled. Comes out of the zone. Freed got two girls on her. She's got to be careful here. Good recovery for Morris. Freed now plays in deep. Russo's going to attack. With Sergiu supporting, Morris can back out, put herself into a spot. Just out of reach, though. Alexandria heading the other direction. Tied up. Joseph coming across to support Morris on her back check. Kurtz back out of there. Now she'll gather it up, play it up with the wall again. Skips over the stick of Morris. Gathers it. Picked up by the defenseman for Alexandria. Joseph skating well here at the 9-minute mark of the second period. Kind of reading the play really well in the neutral zone. Kurtz will play it in deep now as we're going to get another forward line change. Hillman on with Hendricks and Fries. That one comes out front, played behind the net. Hillman will give way to Hendricks. Hendricks up the wall to Joseph. Joseph will walk the line, look for a slot. That comes through and tipped. Covered. 1-1 remaining at 9:19 in the second period.
Good. We doubled them up there. What that means is we got fresh forwards out, and they had their original 5. So we had them. We had them on the ropes there.
That's a good look by Joseph to walk the line, kind of threads the needle, and it got a tip out front.
Yeah,
just
somebody
not
got a
enough.
stick on that. That goalie followed it nicely.
Who's got a race to this one? Plays into the snowbank, dumped for the effort, and now back in for Wayzata. Plays out front, dangerous spot in the slot for Wayzata. Now Hillman out of the zone. She has to play it up the wall. Couldn't quite get it gathered up to gain possession. So Alexandria now will look to quarterback out. Good pressure by Wayzata. Finds Hendricks and through the slot, and she puts one in right over the glove. Or I'm sorry, that was blocker side of the Alexandria goaltender. Yeah. Shane, you got to focus as a defenseman, and it's nice to see that other teams are susceptible as we are.
Well, it all starts with pressure. As soon as you put a team under pressure, it forces you to make a quick decision, or maybe one you don't want to make. And they threw a pizza up, and Lulu's in the right spot and made a nice pass to Hendricks. Nice goal. Nice finish.
So a boot now applying pressure in the corner. That hits the side of the net. Net is off. Looks like we're going to get an adjustment. Oh, we won't get an adjustment here. Oh, that pops through, almost pots one is Alexandria on the awkward carom. That's centering assist would have come from the wall. Jenks will tie. This one comes out to the high slot, played up by Hillman. She's going to try to get it off the wall. It won't have enough for icing, I don't think. Waved off. Heavy legs for Alexandria here at the 8-minute mark. Played up ice. Good hard play through the hands by Harn. Plays over to Freed. Freed will reverse course, find Mead, backhanded, out of the zone. Bubolt's a little late to support. That's back in for Alexandria to go to work. Harn will backhand over to Freed. Freed will backhand up to Wilson. Wilson finds Bubolt's eventually. She'll take a peek, play into the body, and up the wall now. No icing called on that one as that one went through a couple skates on its way into the zone. 7.5 ticking away here in the second. Hillman finds another gift as she comes through the high slot. Now everybody's got to get postured up. Alexandria, 1-on-5 attempt. Steered off by Freed. Got to play the walls here. There's some awkward wall work here in the older rink in Alexandria.
Good job.
Russo picks up the front, sniffs that one out, plays through center ice, finds Mead. Bouncing puck is cleared by Mead. She's going to play to the corner, head to the bench. So it'll be Russo and Sergiu. Morris coming on late now. Noble. Where's our other defenseman? Joseph. She was thinking about getting in that mix and decided maybe not. Now she's back in it. Plays hard through the body, knocks a girl down, evades the threat. Morris now will find one off the wall, being another battle. She's a little later to it than she would have wanted to be. Russo will pick that one up through center, give way to Morris. Morris will cross the blue line, put a hard shot, gloved, and frozen by the Alexandria Cardinals goaltender.
What face-off play do you think they're going to do here, Chris? Do they go for the one-timer? Are they going to go for the rim? Or are they going to go for the forward play?
They're going for the forward play. I know Russo, she only likes to win the puck forward in this position. She's going to play it forward. We'll have Morris slide through the backhand, look to the high slot, and Sergio is going to go to work behind the net.
Well,
Attempted to one forward,
yeah.
but picked up one forward actually by the Cardinals. We're going to be in possession on the way through. They'll play off the wall into the corner. Noble picked up by Morris now. Morris is going to have a step. She goes cross ice, just tipped out of the reach of Sergio. She can gather it though. Plays through the hands of the defenseman. Little shimmy shake behind the net, finds Morris. Morris will put one into a dangerous high slot spot. Now it's loose. Noble picks it up on the forehand, tries to put one in through traffic. Get a couple bodies on its way through. Now played around, mishandled by Russo. She'll gather on the backhand, play back in deep. Sergio turns over in the corner. Good back check here. Joseph now puts one in through. Looks like Russo standing on the doorstep behind the defense of the Cardinals. That one plays out front. Joseph pops that one far down. Knew exactly what to do with it. Gathered it for the second and put one up over the glove of the Alexandria goaltender.
They actually got one in high.
You cold, buddy? Here, you can take my gloves. They're warm. Yeah, they're warm. My hands were warm. All right, so a little equipment change for our camera woman, Addie. Had cold hands. Had to get her gloved up, and it'll be Hillman now coming through center ice. So 3-1 affair here early in the morning at Alexandria West Rink.
I'll zoom for you.
Joseph picked that one up in the high slot to walk you back on that goal for Wayzata. Kind of squirted through the high slot area. I think it was Morris, had it skip over her stick. Joseph coming in hard. Now this will be a shot in, not held by Callanan. It's in the mixer, got to get a freeze, and we do. Callanan, we got enough sticks on sticks there to let Callanan glove it and freeze. She'll get a face off to her blocker right.
I see our wingers sometimes getting sucked a little low. I know they're coached to help in the house, but you also have to stay in a shooting lane. It's happened a couple times today where they've gotten those free shots.
Face-off win out to the point for Alexandria. Played up the wall. Tried to play it out by Harn. Harn overskates for the moment out front, and they pop one here at 4:16 in the second period to half the lead for Wayzata. So 3-2. Good quick reaction from the Cardinals here, saying not in our house. We're not going to go easily.
No, it's just, when the play's going this way, you turn the puck over. That's how you get those odd player situations. A nice play by Alex. So that's hockey. It's going to happen. So
Bubolt's with Mead and Wilson. Wilson's going to apply the forecheck pressure. Mead now in late. Bubolt's now has to apply pressure in the corner. Wilson with the quick steps can cause a battle. Pops out to the point. Harn will play up the glass. Rolling puck gathered by Wilson. Now back out to the point for Harn. Harn's going to put one through. Bubolt tries to one-time redirect just off the handle. Now it comes out. Alexandria will be going the other direction. She's going to have a step. Harn will play hard. Awkward angle. She'll circle for the moment. Wilson's down on the ground. Bubolt's in to support out of the corner. She's going to have a step. Finds Mead. Mead fans on the pass. Play up the wall. Finds Bubolt's eventually here. And Bubolt's will come in. She'll go wide. Put a soft shot off the blocker to the corner as she heads to the bench. Sergio on to apply pressure. Pops over her stick. Now it's popped out through neutral ice, just out of the reach. But rolling puck gathered by, that's Noble. Up to Mead. Mead cross ice looking for Russo. Mead's going to look to the bench. She's going. And Morris will be on with the rest of her line. Russo will pick that one up. Find a driving Sergio. Morris out in the slot. Freed. A little sloppy here and back in. We're going to get a whistle and a face-off just outside of the Wayzata offensive zone. 2:50 left in the second. I believe we'll get a scrape between the second and third period. This game is a 3-2 affair. Noble at the point, looks to the corner, didn't quite get enough, but intercepted by Sergio behind the Cardinals' net. Played out to center ice. Noble got it right at center. Flip it up to Morris, who's going to hustle to the corner. Another wall battle. Now Freed. Freed will walk through a little bit of traffic. She's got a step. She can probably put one on. I think that got a stick and over the top of the net. Russo will gather out front, look to center. She takes a check. That's not Russo. I'm not sure who that was. That's Freed took a check, but she was in on the forecheck, and Wayzata's going to get their first attempt at a power play.
That ref made that call from the blue line. I think they're calling the sounds that it makes on the boards, I think. It was a hard play, though.
So evened up now on penalties. Wayzata again going to get their first power play of this game. It's Russo with Morris and Sergiu, Kurtz and Joseph. Joseph plays back to, that's Kurtz back to the corner. Wayzata's got to try to gain possession here to get their power play going. That's played off the wall. It's a race. Good hard body play by Joseph. Played out front. Going to look good. That's a good stick work. I think that was Callinan's stick that steered that one off. Morris picked up at the wall. Cross ice to Kurtz now. Out of the zone. Sergiu now finds Russo just out of her stick reach. Joseph played into the corner for Alexandria. They're going to look to change one forward. Wayzata will possess. Joseph buying a little bit of time, now finds Kurtz. Kurtz looking for an opening. 1T pass, that's out of zone and back in for an offsides. 1:26 left in the period, 1:11 in the power play for Wayzata.
Yeah, not the best power play that they kind of had us hemmed in. It's all about puck possession, not forcing passes.
Hendricks now with Hillman and Fries. Played back to a Bood. Bood looks cross ice. One time attempt by Fries. Fanned, but it was effective nonetheless. Pretty good penalty kill hill so far for the Cardinals. That one plays inside of the net. And frozen. Good athletic play by the Cardinals goaltender, who I think reached behind with her blocker to sit on it and freeze it at 52 seconds left in this power play. Face-off will be to the right, blocker right of the Alexandria goaltender deep in the Wayzata zone. Hendricks face-off win. Popped out. Not sure what that play, where Fries was intending to go with that play, but nonetheless, we remain to have possession here. Fries to a Bood back to Hillman now. Hillman's going to look to Hendricks out front and played out of the zone again. Aboud's going to back out of there. Late in the period, you want to stay away from those two bench spots. Now Aboud's going to get a good look at one. She can walk in, plays one through traffic and pots it. That's a nice shot by Aboud. We talked about it, Shane, yesterday. Having different angles of your shots makes a difference. She used the screen in front of her to find a soft spot.
Right, and she was skating cross ice, and she shot cross the goalie, which can sometimes be a tricky save for the goalie to maintain their angle.
A lot of times, like Jeff said yesterday, goaltenders will focus in on the body, right? They'll focus in on the body, and you can kind of play a little mirage game with the end of your stick if you've got a long stick like Aboud does there. So 2-4, 26 seconds. I think that's a power play goal for Aboud. As we look to wrap up, that's out of the zone and back in. We're going to get a face-off just out.
It seems like
Alexandria's offsides.
It seems like we're creating a lot of offense. The last couple of weeks, we have been not shy to score goals, which is nice to see.
It's one thing I think a lot of coaches and parents on this team were worried about at the beginning of the season. Who's going to score goals for this team?
Right.
And it's been a pretty even distribution as we work our way late in the season.
That's
a great A attempt by Meade here at the end of the second. I think as good as the attempt was, that was a good blocker save by the Cardinal goaltender.
Yeah, we have 4-2, 2-goal lead going to the third. I like where things are at. The girls are playing solid. Fans are happy. It's cold.
So the board and our official statistician, Jeff Freed, has 15-15 even shots on goal for this game. Wayzata finds themselves going into the third period, coming out on fresh ice with a 4-2 lead. We'll pause for Zamboni. We'll pause for a Zamboni time. And be back.
We got a fresh view of the girls coming off the ice here.
So we're still hot, Mike. We'll this time now we'll pause a little in-your-face action as the girls come off. We'll get a scrape and we'll be back in a moment. I'm off mute.
Number 2 and
Hi.
9 on D. A good start.
Can you see who's watching?
I can't see who's watching.
Hi.
Hey, you want to say hi to Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad?
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Hi, Grandma. Love you. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. My mom might be watching.
Probably. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, Mom. If you're watching.
Oh, did they get a handshake in? I missed it.
All right, here
All right,
we
one
go.
more jump. One more.
So we've got Grand Forks this afternoon,
Yep.
correct?
It'll be the third time that I've had to put Grand Forks into the scoreboard because I just couldn't get my mind right on what our order of play was.
So not to look too far ahead here, Chris, but this game is kind of solidifying our position would be as the number 1 seed.
In theory, yeah. I mean, this is probably in this pool. I think I don't think it's too far of a stretch to say it's it's Wayzata and Alexandria, the top 1 and 2 to come out of this pool. On the other side of the pool, I think you're looking at a Duluth and Edina Green kind of operation.
So I kind of like it because Alexandria obviously gets to pick the pools, and they obviously put us in their pool, which
Absolutely.
is kind of fun to say, okay. We'll see how that goes.
So we got to play with a 2-goal lead for 17 minutes here in the third period. Face off at center ice. Blue Bolts loses it, and Alexandria is going to go on the attack early. Comes out front, one-time attempt fanned. Comes down to the point. Defense is going to pitch to the corner. Picked up, supported by Blue Bolts. Good clean ice here. Blue Bolts plays ill-advised pass to the high slot, turned over. Alexandria is going to look to half the lead here early in the third. All right, ladies, remember it's fresh ice and it's a cold puck, so it's going to start moving. Haran on her seat. Comes out. Blue Bolts forced to play defense. Good save by Callanan. Played again out front. Dangerous. Still loose. Penalty coming. Nope. Puck. Looks like the net may have come off, or is this going to be our second?
We've got a penalty here.
Looks like Blue Bolts is going to head to
Blue
the
Bolts
penalty box.
For cross-check. Oh, the Connor McDavid cross-check to the head. You think she did that?
She's capable of it.
I didn't see it.
She's capable of it. I'm surprised I didn't get a cross-check to the head last night. So Wayzata will be on a PK here early in the third period. Need to really stop any sort of dangerous attempts here by the Cardinals. They'll play behind their own net. Pops out front. High. Now over the half wall. They'll look to set up their power play once again. Walks out front. Over his far circle. Played up and in. So that'll be a 4-3 now game with 15:53. Lots of time left in the third here in this hockey game. Would have expected nothing less. Who else can't take a penalty like that early in the third period?
Yeah.
Especially when momentum
I
is
don't
going.
know.
That stings a little bit.
I don't know how that puck went in exactly. We're so far away from it, but it just almost looked like they threw a bouncer on net and it just found its way in.
So Russo now facing off at center ice. She's got Morris and Suraju with her. Noble and Joseph playing defense. Morris will win a battle into the corner. Tries to put one out front. Kind of caroms awkwardly off the side of the net and froze it. We're going to get a face-off to the blocker right of the Alexandria goaltender. 15:44 in the third. Face-off won by Alexandria. Played up the wall, held by Morris, into the skates of an official. Russo, now Suraju, plays up the wall, Joseph will put one in. Finds its way harmlessly behind the net, though. This will come out to the point. Joseph's going to get another chance at one. Sergiu settles it down as pops out to center ice. Noble now. Noble play in deep. Oh, offsides. Looks like Russo was a little bit late back to the line to tag up, and we'll get a pause.
I find it funny, the younger ref waved it off, and the veteran said, no, that was offside.
So face off for Hendricks just outside of the zone. Bouncing puck, backhand. Hendricks had it for the second, but mishandled and played into the corner for Alexandria. They look to come out. Rolling puck finds itself on Hillman's stick. Played up the wall, bouncing puck, held by Aboud. Alexandria looking wide into the zone. They're going to circle their own net. Little give and go play out front, sniffed out by Callanan. Up the wall, Hillman finds a streaking
We got two.
Hendricks. Hendricks has got a step. She's going to get a shot, quick, gloved, kicked
Nice
and
pass off
gloved.
pad. She took a slash. She paid for it.
Yep. She's going to come off. Little stinger right on top of the gloves, it looks like. Hopefully she's all right. So Buboltz now will come on with Wilson and Mead. She's going to call out a play. Haran and Jenks. Played into the corner for Alexandria. Wilson in like a fly. Buboltz looks to the point, but that's steered off. That's an offsides. A little bit overzealous for Alexandria as they're going to come in. Let's get our heads on straight with 14-13 here in the third period. Face off by Alexandria. 1. Buboltz will find it on her stick, give away to Jenks. Jenks will slow-mo through.
But we got helmets. We got helmets stuck together.
Tied up.
Yeah. always an awkward sight.
So we'll get another face off just outside the zone. We'll try it again. .404 left in this hockey game. Face off won by Wayzata, picked up by Wilson, tries to circle through traffic. Now Jenks will drag through center ice. She can take a shot if she wants. Buboltz, though, puts one in and off a boot. Wilson behind the defense there had an attempt right in the slot. Mead gives way, comes out of the zone. Haran caught flat-footed, but Freed there to support. That's a wide shot. Thought that was a good look for the forward of Alexandria. Wayzata's got to stay on the foot on the gas here. Wilson plays behind the net. Freed picks up. Plays up to Mead at the half wall. Mead fans on the pass. Now she gets it out to the point, but not out. Bouncing puck steered to the corner by Callanan. All right. We got to settle back into our first two periods.
We're going on a PP here, it looks like. Haran
tripped
drew
up.
the penalty.
She got tripped up just as she was coming across center ice. Would really like to see Wayzata get back to the moving the puck game instead of skating the puck game.
Yeah, so. Alexandria, the Cardinals came out in this third. They're playing with a little more speed here.
Face-off won by Alexandria. Boy, I've been saying that a lot here late in this hockey game. Comes out to the point for Freed. She's going to walk the blue line, put one in through traffic just wide. Morris tries to center out front, but that's steered. Russo now will take a look. She'll go back out to the point to Freed. Freed will give it back to Russo at the half wall. She'll walk for a slot, back out to Freed again. Russo now, she's got a slot. She takes a look, bottled up out front. Plays to the wall. They'll let Russo pick that one up again. Friedel walk. Tried tip by Sergiu, jammed up in front. Sergiu takes one to the back of the head. Played around now to Russo slowly. Back in behind the net. Morris to the slot. Sticked away by Alexandria. They'll go the other direction with speed. Short-handed, we need to keep our feet moving. Plays cross. Sergiu is going to pick it up. She's steered off the puck at the wall. We'll have a little wall battle, but Russo in to swoop. 3-2. She's going to look to set up the rest of her.
They're going to have some tired legs here.
Little soft pass, just steered away. Noble's going to come in late, try to put one on, but into the breezers of the forward for Alexandria. Free to play up the wall to Sergiu. Sergiu out of the zone.
They gotta
plays behind. 32 seconds left in the power play for Wayzata. Not really a quality chance here after a minute and a half of this power play. Hillman's on though now.
That's another hook.
Tied up on her way in. Plays around the board. Her line mates are coming on late. 13 seconds, 15 seconds left in this power play attempt for Wayzata. Joseph will gather at center ice. Can find Hillman on the wall. Hillman will walk in. A little bit of slow play here for Wayzata. Now into the corner. Fries, even strength, Cardinals. Hillman's going to come in late to support, but it is won by the Alexandria defenseman. Plays up, icing hand comes down late. Kurtz will play up the wall, Joseph support. Two Trojans now up the wall and out to the point, back into the corner for the Cardinals. Puck plays out to the wall. Wall battles are going to be critical here as we wind in the waning minutes of this hockey game. So now it'll be Hendricks, who's got a step. Looks like she can take the wall if she wants. Nope, she'll come back through traffic, shoot over the top of the net. Held by Kurtz, bouncing puck, dumped back in deep. Kurtz will be in on the forecheck now with Wilson. Kurtz will benefact that one through the top of the circle, can get a shot on. Glove is loose. Picked up by Buboltz. Buboltz will look to the point now to Joseph. Joseph can walk. She finds Mead high in the zone. Ooh, puts one off a post. Buboltz can chase this one to the corner if she wants. Played out to the point and held by Joseph. Joseph will look back in deep for Wilson. Wilson on the forecheck. Gets up the wall for Alexandria, and they're going to be out of the zone. Gathered, though, by Jenks. Buboltz can be wide. She's got an angle long stick play by the defenseman for Alexandria. That's a good defenseman for Alexandria. That's a tall girl with a long stick. Buboltz didn't have much of a chance on that. So we'll take another penalty here in the third period, which will put Alexandria Cardinals on their second power play of this game. Looks like it's Jenks going to the box.
Yeah.
9:32. Wayzata's gotta get a stop here.
It's a really important kill here. You almost want to coach the girls to ice the puck. Like, it's okay, we'll take icings. You get that puck, just fire it out.
So it comes out to the point.
He's got to get there.
Up front, good body play by Russo, who sniffed that one out. And it'll be, looks like Sergiu coming in with speed. She gets steered off the puck at the half wall, though. Don't get caught standing flat-footed. This plays out front. Gonna come out. Good stop out front. Just wide. That got a post. Got to win these battles, ladies.
There'll be a little more urgency here.
Got to be willing to step in front of them. This one comes out to the point, back over to the half wall. They'll circle looking for an open seam. That one's played in, but not frozen. Out to the point again and held by Alexandria. Now they'll set up the rest of their power play. So that Sergiu's stick, she's able to pick it up, tip out front, and now possessed and out of the zone. Good play by Russo. They got to head to the bench quickly as Alexandria is going to come back in on the rush.
This power play for Alexandria, the way they move the puck, they have good player movement. They aren't trying to do the same play every time. Really solid power play here.
A lot of misdirection, Shane. They're cycling the puck really well. That comes out front, but a stick stops the attempt. That'll clear the zone. 30 seconds left. Now Morris in alone. She's hooked. Finds Buboltz. Buboltz Can't quite get the handle on her backhand. She's got to scramble and get up. 22 seconds left in this PK for Wayzata. That's got to get back in deep for Wayzata. Played up the wall. Morris knows what to do with it. Hits 26, defenseman. Played back in, up the wall. That's a lot of bodies on the ice, Shane. Could have gotten a whistle. Puck out, 4 seconds to kill for Wayzata. Now they're in deep, Alexandria. So dangerously, Jakes is going to head to the bench. Puck comes to the line, but not out. Looks like that squirted it. Should have squirted out, but the official, I think, had a pretty good look at it. Hillman on now with Hendricks and Fries. Lines seem to be straightened out. Fries got to hustle to the corner. 7 minutes. This one comes out and frozen by Callanan.
Yep. Anytime we get a chance to freeze the puck, Alexandria's coming right now. They can smell the momentum's definitely shifted, although we seem to keep exposing them. We get a couple rushes where we got 2-on-1s. Nice play by Morris, the Blue Bolts.
Morris, as we would like to say, looks like she had a steak and carrots kind of game right now. She's got a little step. She's got a little step in her game late in the third, which we're going to need if we want to fend off this home team, Alexandria Cardinals.
Hard plays.
Skips over the stick of Noble. She'll gather though, play behind the net to her partner, Freed. Freed, 1-T attempt by Fries. That'll clear the zone. Would like to see a little bit of possession here for Wayzata. There's a hard rush by the Cardinals. A little speed entry.
That number 10.
Hey, open your eyes, ladies. Number 6 driving to the slot there. Now Hendricks. Hendricks clears. She's going to take a awkward angle.
Nice
Shot. This
play.
almost stuffed out front. What are we doing? Hey, keep. She's holding her in there. Come on, little man.
We had Hillman get pushed onto the goalie.
Hillman was piled on top of the goaltender. We got a final.
And they wouldn't let her off
after the puck is finally lost. Not sure what could have and should have been called. There's a slew of them that could have.
I like it though. That's hockey. Muck it up in front of the net. No calls. I like that.
This puck is won by Alexandria, but Blue Bolt's in on the forecheck. Wilson's going to win this one from the corner. She'll play out to the point. Joseph can walk in through the high slot, finds his way through. A tip just over the top of the net. Come on, man!
This is what we saw in Wayzata, where the physical play started right away with Alex, and right now we're seeing Alex step up a lot of the physicalness.
A little bit of frustration maybe coming in. So Wayzata will go on the power play with 5:58 left here in the third. Got to try to get some momentum and puck possession here for Wayzata. That's played into the corner. Blue Bolt's on. Needle pressure. Need support here. We're going to have 2 girls on the puck. Blue Bolt's late to the play. Doesn't move her feet. And Alexander's going to go the other direction. It's played in deep. 21 for Alexander applying pressure deep in the Wayzata zone. Blue Bolt's late. Plays behind the net for Callanan. Can't be lazy here on the power play.
Yep, 2 on the puck. Always 2 on the puck anytime there's a battle.
So
now
Joseph will gather this one and look to quarterback and exit. Blue Bolts.
Don't force passes, ladies.
Played up and back in. Skips over the puck of Joseph. 5:20 ticking away here in this hockey game. Blue Bolts losing focus. I could say it because I'm her dad. Not exactly sure why she wanted to 1-T that and hit to the bench, but ill-advised. Fortunately, finds Joseph now coming the other direction. So he's going to have some room to skate. She'll pause at the wall, give to an oncoming Morris, who puts one on net. Sergio on, plays out to Jenks. Jenks into a skate and now deep. We've got icing. Wayzata's going to get a chance to take a face-off deep in their offensive zone.
There's an opportunity here right now. We got a offensive zone face-off power play. It's a big face-off. Hopefully Chrissy can win it back, get possession here right away.
So this power play should take us under 4 minutes in the hockey game, but it'd be nice to pot one, get a 2-goal lead before we get into the danger zone of the third period.
Again,
so
right.
Jinx and Abood on with Russo, Morris, and Suraju. Abood will play to the corner. She can stick handle, gives way to Jinx behind the net. No, not there.
Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Puck's hard out.
17 seconds in this power play to play. Jinx will play it on the wall, up to Morris. Can't exit the zone, even though we got an extra player on the ice. Abood now up. Abood clears to center. That'll play in deep, and it's clean. We're going to play even hockey now for 4 minutes. Plays up the wall. Abood lit off the tip of her stick. She finally finds it here and clears the zone once again. Russo with a step. Abood backhands to, looks like, who is that? That was Jinx. Defenseman will head to the bench. Offenseman will head to the bench. Far side of the ice. Picked up now by Harn. Harn will give it to Hendricks. Hendricks tries to drag through, but gets sticked off. Freed's going to have to chase back. That's a high centering attempt. Sliding save by Callahan. Can't pick up sticks, and they pop one to tie this game up at 3:19 left in the third.
You could feel it coming. You know, sometimes when you're on the power play and you don't have any opportunities, you don't have any zone time, the momentum just switched. And Alex took momentum away from us on our own power play.
So a little pop-up centering pass. Kind of just put one in the mixer there, and hard sticks out front to end up with a tied hockey game here. So let's see how Wayzata reacts to this. We don't want to walk out of this one with a tie with the home team. I think we know how that'll end up in pool play.
Right. All of their goals have been very similar. Just sort of scrambles in the mixer and loose pucks finding their way in the net.
It's up the half wall to Hillman into her skates. 2:52 ticking away here in the third, tied 4-4. That one comes out steered to the corner by Callahan. Urgency looks to have left the Wayzata white bench, so we'd like to see a little bit more battle on these girls as we try to close out this hockey game.
Yeah, it's a different team than we saw in the first period. We aren't skating.
Finds Hendricks out front. Thankfully, she's there. She can clear the puck. She's got a step. That's offsides by Fries. Again, not moving the puck here late in the third.
Yep. Yeah, our brains kind of shut off a little bit. Let's see if we can regroup. I think when this happens, the message has to be keep it simple, girls. Let's get pucks in deep. Let's get to work. Let's go play in their end.
Face-off won by Wayzata. That's the first in a long time. Picked up by Joseph up the wall. Tries to play to the corner, but smart play by Alexandria. Hard play out, carry him off the dasher. Bubolts will apply pressure on the board. Noble now a little bit stands up at the blue line. Wall battles are going to be critical here in the third, Shane.
Yep.
2 minutes left in this hockey game. Centering pass, just wide, one-timer for the Cardinals. Puck plays in deep to the Cardinal zone. We're under 2 minutes to play. Wilson can't quite gather that one. Plays out to the point. An awkward play picked up by the Cardinals. Eyes up, ladies. This one comes out front. Wilson will play to the wall. Bubolts will pick it up. She's going to play up to Mead. Mead's going to have a step.
Let's go to work now.
Let's go to work. That one's one. Comes out to center ice. Skips off the blade of Suraju. Kurtz will have to apply defense here. She sticks to the corner. Wins the battle there. Plays out and off a body, up the half wall and back ends. Now it'll come out center. Abood steers that attempt off. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the hockey game. Somebody's got to try to win this one. That'll be icing. That'll be icing in at 1:03 in the third period. Tied hockey game 4-4. The scoreboard isn't working?
What do you mean?
Oh, we're just having an update of the scoreboard. It's okay. Are we not connected? Oh, maybe we're not connected to the scoreboard.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
We'll worry about that later. We'll call it. So 1:03, 4-4 hockey game here in the third period. We'll walk you through kind of how this is going to go. That's a hold. Get in the right position and you'll see it, Mr. Official. Played out to center
Back
ice,
in,
gathered
back
by
in.
Kurtz. Kurtz got to
There we
put
go.
it in deep. Great play. 49 seconds and ticking. Up the wall, hard play. Abud's going to play back into the corner. Suraju. Morris is going to read the play. Plays up the half wall. Hard hockey here late in this game.
There's
Morris
a
gets a
chance.
gift up front. 30 seconds. Abud cross ice to Kurtz. Kurtz up to Morris. Morris will play into the corner. She's going to win the battle. Played now by Russo. Russo's got two
Help,
girls on
help.
her. Morris gets behind her,
High
16
forward.
seconds. Hard shot into the body of number 26 for the Cardinals. This will play in 8 seconds. Kurtz can walk in, get a shot. Bounces through 4 seconds. And we're going to finish with a tie here at the West Rink of RCC.
Is there overtime? No.
Doubt we're going to see an overtime
Pool play,
in pool
fourth,
play.
yeah.
So it'll be a points game here for the afternoon.
So all those goals we scored yesterday are probably going to come in handy. What was the final score yesterday? 8?
7 or 8,
7 or
nothing.
8. So that might bode well. Girls have to obviously bring it tonight.
So normally, Shane, I call good ties and bad ties. That would be normally a bad tie, but considering the onslaught here in the third period
Yeah.
and just fending off in at a home rink,
Yeah.
I'll take what we get. So 4-4 tie on the home rink for Alexandria. Nothing to sniff about, especially when these teams have played so tight earlier in
that
the
was
season.
a good hockey game. That's what you want to see. It's a good hockey game. Girls battled. I think they lost a little bit of their mojo in the third there. Just sort of stopped skating. We're back on their heels, and Alex really turned up the heat. So
Certainly got my heart rate up. So we'll look to come back this afternoon, same rink. Hopefully a little better angle maybe. Am I going to lose my camera woman for the afternoon? Yeah. Bummer. Well, we'll do our best without her. Thank you everybody for tuning in.